Time's been ticking, heart's running. I think that Cupid's up to something. You ask me how I feel, I say nothing. But lately colors seem so bright, and the stars light up the night. My feet, they feel so light. I'm ignoring all the signs I keep.
Hey guys, so I went ahead and I did this eyeshadow and my eyebrows, so I'm just going to show y'all how I did that. The first product that I used was a eyeshadow primer, and it is the only product that is not a drugstore product, I think. Yeah, this is from MAC. It is the Pro Longwear Paint Pot and Painterly, so that's what I started with. I know that the drugstore does have eyeshadow primers, but I do not own one. You want to make sure that you do use an eyelid primer, especially if you're like going to school, because you don't want your eyeshadow to move throughout the day, because you are at school for a long time. So the first thing that I started with was this 3 eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild. It looks like this, and it's called Walking on Eggshells. So I'm going to take that middle brown color, and I'm going to put that in my crease. And the brushes that I use are not from the drugstore, but some good ones are Eco Tools. I used to own one. I think I still, yeah, I own an Eco Tools brush, but it's not crease brush. Another good, what's another good? Oh, Real Techniques. I think that's sold at the drugstore, I'm pretty sure. I own a lot of Real Techniques brushes. Well, not a lot, like 2, so. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is take this like pink, I mean, it looks rose gold to me. I don't know. I'm gonna take that color, and I'm just gonna put that on my lid. Now to darken that up even more, I'm going to take this e.l.f. 4 shadow palette, and it's just browns and then one white shade, but I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to also put that in my crease. I'm going to focus it like on the outer corner and not bring it in all the way towards my tear duct. See, I'm just focusing it right here. I'm doing in circular motions. Once I think that all the product is basically off of the brush, that's when I start to go in towards my tear duct. So now I'm going to go back to that Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to go in again with that rose gold shade and just add a little bit more on my lid. Now, this is just going back and forth really. So I'm going back to that e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to take that same dark color, and I'm just going to put that in my crease again. It's all about the blending and layering colors. So after that, I'm just going to do my other brow. And I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This you can get at, I know, Ulta and Target. I get it from Target and Ulta. But anyways, I'm just going to brush those hairs up, and I'm going to follow my natural eyebrow line. After that, you want to make sure that your eyebrows stay down, because I didn't know this whenever I was in high school. I am homeschooled now, but I would never glue down my eyebrows, so during the day they would be like up here. This one is from L'Oreal. It's called the Brow Stylist Plumper Brow Gel Mascara, and it has fibers in it, so it makes sure your eyebrows look thicker, and it glues them down so they won't move throughout the day. So now that we're done with our eyes and our eyebrows, I'm going to take a makeup remover wipe and make sure Then I have no fallout. So now we're done with our eyes, besides mascara, but we're gonna do that after concealer and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna start by priming my face, and I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. And again, you can get this at Target or Ulta or other places, but I don't know. So, and you wanna make sure that you prime your skin, because that will keep your foundation on during the day. I learned that the hard way, because first of all, I wore the wrong foundation whenever I was in high school. So it would like have patches of where it was and where it wasn't, and people would point it out, whatever. So yeah, wear a primer. For foundation, I'm going to use L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder. And this foundation is perfect for school because it does look natural and it stays on all day. It goes on as a liquid but dries into a powder. So I'm gonna put that on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna take a foundation brush. You wanna put this on pretty fast because it does dry into a powder pretty quick. So keep that in mind. But the coverage, it's a light coverage, but you can build it to be probably a medium coverage. Here, we can talk about my hair, because this is what I used to do whenever I went to an actual high school. I would take a shower the night before, and then in the morning I would just wet my hair, and I would put like sea salt spray or gel and just like do this with it, because ain't nobody got time to straighten your hair, which I did do that, but it took too long. Scrunching over straightening. I mean, you can still see my blemishes and stuff, but I mean, if you want to cover that, you can always go in with a concealer and just put it on top and smear it, and it'll blur it out, but accept me for who I am. I'm going to use my NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. I'm just gonna cover up my dark circles. I'm not worried about putting it in a V and highlighting, because we're going to school. And this concealer is almost out. So I might actually have to go in with a lighter color, which would be highlighting. But normally I would not do that. Yeah, this is out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in with a lighter concealer. This one is, it's just the one I use for highlighting, but I mean, it'll cover up. So I'm just gonna put that on top. And I'm gonna go in with just my Morphe tapered brush. By the way, Morphe brushes, I mean, they're not drugstore, they're not sold at a drugstore, but they are drugstore prices. So you can get them online. Okay, so now I'm going to set my under eye concealer in another NYX product, but it's HD finishing powder, and this one is in banana. So it's just like a yellow based powder. I'm just going to use that same brush that I just did for blending out the concealer, and I'm just going to set it, because you do not want your concealer to crease during the day, so that's why you need to set your concealer. After that, I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara. I'm going to, as always, curl my lashes first, and this is a Revlon eyelash curler, and I really like it. So I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes. To me, it always looks so painful, but look at the difference. Anyways, I'm using the NYX Fly With Me mascara. And I'm gonna put 2 coats of this on. I've been working on not like, you know, we all have that mascara face. Like, I'm usually like, but I have to close my mouth. I love this mascara. I forgot how much it is, but it's really cheap. Putting that on my lower lashes. So now I'm just gonna do that second coat of the mascara. I forgot to go and do my brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight before I did my mascara, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm using this Naked, I think it's Naked 3. Yeah, the Naked 3 palette brush, and I love this side of the brush for underneath your eyebrow and on your tear duct for highlight. It is perfect. So I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells 3 eyeshadow palette, and I'm using this highlight shade for my brow bone and tear duct. See, my mouth is open. And then I'm using that same one for my tear duct. So now I'm going to bronze my face, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild contouring palette. You have a highlight side and a contouring side. So I'm just going to use the contouring side as my bronzer. I'm gonna put that on my temples. I'm not contouring, I'm just, you know, I always say this, bronzing up the skin. I'm going to put that down my jawline to make sure that I have no lines. So now for blush, I'm going to use this Maybelline Dreamy Bouncy Blush, and this one is in Peach Satin. Looks like this, just a pretty pink color. So I'm going to go in with a blush brush. I want all of these. I only have one, but I really do want all of them. They're really pretty. So for highlight, you do not have to wear a highlight. That's like my favorite part about makeup. But this one is from the drugstore, and I love it. It's from e.l.f. and it's called Shimmering Facial Whip. It is like a pinkish gold highlight. So I'm going to put it a little bit on the tip of my finger, and then I'm going to go in with a actual drugstore brush, and this one is the e.l.f. blush brush, favorite brush for highlight. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on that brush, and then I'm going to go in on the tops of my cheekbones. You see that? It's gorgeous, and it's $1. I think it is $1. No, I know that it's $1. Look at that, it's gorgeous. And you would not expect for a $1 highlight to be that good. So last thing that I'm going to do is lips. So I'm using a NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and these stay on pretty good. I mean, you're gonna have to reapply this maybe once, but with lip gloss you would have to reapply after every single class. So I recommend these. They are not expensive at all, and they're really pretty, and they smell like cupcakes. Well, that completes this back to school makeup tutorial. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. All these products are really affordable, and you can get them at Target or CVS, any drugstore near you. So if you haven't subscribed, please do that. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye, guys.
I think I'm in love.